inside for you to take back what you left me. You know I'll always burn to be the one who seeks so I may find, to wanna wait my whole lifetime. My love soul, my love soul, my love so on I wait my whole lifetime for you. So on I wait my whole lifetime The more I search, the more my need for you. The more I blast, the more I bleed for you. You make me smash the clock and feel I'd rather die behind the wheel. Time was never on my side, so wanna wait my whole lifetime. My love soul,
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Clear World Radio. I am your late night navigator, Nodle. Thank you for being here. Over there behind the glass, behind the cat, that's Des.
Hello.
How you doing tonight, Des?
I took a nap, so I'm a bit better. I'm just doing it.
That's good to hear because
Yeah.
you were a little tired earlier from what I recall.
Yeah. I was falling asleep on the desk. So I am not anymore though. So hopefully
Good.
the energy.
Let's get this thing rolling.
Pick it up. Yeah.
Take
How are you?
things up a notch. I can't complain. Good band practice last night. We're gonna have a nice show tonight.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be the longest one unless I really get into the behind the scenes bullshit that ruined my favorite show back in the day.
So in case we have a rant.
Yes, it could be a rant, even though I've got it structured to talk about. This could go into territory that I'm going to apologize up front for because I have never been more disappointed with the decisions that executives have made for a television show in my fucking life. Even things that have been canceled before do not outrank what happened with this show. So we'll get into that in a bit, and we've also got a bit of a special announcement later for a new series that we're doing here on the channel.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so we'll talk about that a bit later too. I don't want to give it all away too early because then everybody will just leave. No, seriously. Right. Okay, let's get into things. That opening song obviously was "The Outlaw Torn" by Metallica from.
There we go. Yeah, you learn at some point, huh?
Back.
I am trying to figure out our audio right now. I'm just I think we're on. I'm just getting we can't hear you very well. It's nothing on your end. It's probably me. Hold on.
Oh, it's nothing on my end?
Okay. I don't think so. I have 2 audio channels up for you.
Check.
So.
Check.
How? Yeah, is that better? Okay. Well.
That good?
Yeah. Is there no audio though, or no echo though? Because kind of looks like there should be an echo on my end. But if I don't hear it, nobody else hears it, so we're good.
All right. Do I need to repeat? Do I need to repeat anything from earlier?
No, I think we were just bullshitting. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big announcement coming later in case that got lost in the mix, so to speak. But coming up first, let me bring up this article here and screen share it with you real quick, Des, because I'm
All right.
I'm looking forward to this. Let's see. We've got a trailer finally for this new film here called Night Swim. So let's take a look here.
Yes.
I believe this was done by, I believe James Wan is a producer on this, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Okay. Yes, Atomic Monster and Bloomhouse are putting this one out. It's called Night Swim. Same people that made Megan. are planning to unlock a new wave, funny wave, of terror this January. Their newest collab, Night Swim, will creep into theaters on January 5th. We're excited to
Okay.
dive into the newest trailer, as am I, but first, let's catch everyone up to speed. All right, here we go. We've got an official synopsis for this one finally. I think both of us had a trailer for this at when we went to go see The Exorcist.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was very short. It was very
Yeah,
short.
it was just like a weird like it was very much a teaser.
Yeah, most definitely a teaser. It was I believe it was literally just a game of Marco Polo, and as a prank, one of the kids gets out of the pool and walks away so that the person's just saying Marco over and over again.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
believe there
just
was a
Marco
very
Polo.
deep polo response, and I think the person got dragged down
Yeah.
into the pool, right?
And then it's just like an abyss.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I love that idea of we don't get a lot of the simple ideas that worked so well in the past. Back in the day, we got Alien, which was literally just what happens if you have an alien on your cargo ship.
Yeah.
Terminator,
Simple.
you've got what happens if we send this robot back in time to kill somebody. Very very simple stories. Predator, just this alien out in the woods chasing down a bunch of commandos.
Yeah.
Just more simple ideas instead of a new sequel or a new requel, as they're calling them nowadays.
Yeah.
Speaking of requels, we've got something very interesting later when it comes to the new Scream film.
Oh
But
yeah.
not to get ahead of ourselves, here's the official synopsis. This is what we're looking
Okay.
at. Secretly hoping, against the odds, to return to pro ball, Ray persuades Eve that the new home's shimmering backyard swimming pool will be fun for the kids and provide physical therapy for him. But a dark secret in the home's past will unleash a malevolent force that will drag the family under into the
Yeah.
depths of inescapable terror.
Okay.
Okay. It's based on a short film of the same name by Rod Blackhurst and Bryce McGuire. I'm not familiar with those names, so I'm assuming they're newcomers to the game. The feature film stars Wyatt Russell from one of those Marvel shows, Carrie Condon, Emily Hoferl. I'm sure I butchered that, and I'm so sorry. And Gavin Warren from Fear the Walking Dead, which is very funny. I don't even remember who this guy played. Hold on a second, I need to know now, just because of. Wait, is a kid? This kid was in Fear the Walking Dead? What the fuck? Okay, there's the Walking Dead wiki. Who did he play? Let's see. Is he one of the kids from season 5? I think so. One second. Season 5 is the worst season of Fear the Walking Dead that was ever made. It's actually the worst season of Walking Dead television ever made.
It's 'cause they had
He
children.
played. He played Finch. Dwight and Sherry's kid from this final season,
Oh.
who was born and then died after getting bit because Dwight and Sherry hadn't been through enough. Okay.
I feel like that happens a lot
Here we go.
in zombie
watch.
series.
Oh yeah. It's just it's basically you might as well expect it, but you don't expect it to happen to the child of two prominent main cast members, especially
on
in
how
the
much
very last
the
season of the
writers
show.
need.
See, that's the thing. Like whew, I don't even really want to get into that until a little bit later once again, but okay. Let's check this out, though. Here's the trailer. It's Dragon. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's him. Okay, that's Finch.
Oh, I thought that was a little girl. I should have known. Wait.
That
no,
happened
the girl
in the
different
series.
One. Okay. Okay. I think in the other trailer it's a girl.
Was it? Oh yeah. It was. I think it was more of a teenage girl actually.
Yeah. Okay. So this is probably her little brother.
Her little brother. Okay.
Ah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh god, that would suck.
This is just like somebody's like pool anxiety fear. You know, as a kid, growing like, yeah, I had like a pool fear of going like near the water filter.
Oh yeah, get sucked into it.
Sucked in, or that there would be like something weird in there.
Yeah. I was always afraid I'd get trapped. Like it would start to, suction. And like I'd go down and touch it and it would like keep my hand there and I would drown.
Yeah, or
fucking ridiculous irrational fear.
Someone in chat mentioned thalassophobia. I think that's like the fear of big things underwater.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Or I hear it a lot. Actually, like I'm aware of it because of theme parks. Like people have fears of like the submarine ride at Disneyland, like the big dinosaur underneath. Like people have a rational fear of that. So that's thalassophobia.
I did not know this was a thing, but you learn about new phobias every day. So
yeah. Or
doesn't
also,
surprise me.
Yeah, the fear of the vastness of the ocean depths.
See, now that's understandable. That's almost like an existential kind of fear, honestly.
That just feels human.
Yeah. I was talking with Tracy about this the other day. They say that space is our final frontier, but we have barely been through our ocean. So,
Yeah.
Just saying.
There's aliens down there.
Probably. We'll probably never even make it down to the Marianas Trench. It's just the pressure. I don't think we might make some sort of, vehicle to get us down there eventually, but
it's going to take new technology.
I don't know. Yeah, it's probably going to take alien technology, actually. All right, hopping back in. Gonna hop back into this. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, pool party.
He kissed me. No, he didn't. When we were fixing up the pool, they said it hadn't been used in 15 years. Maybe
it's a very specific amount of time, does. 15 years.
15 years. That's how long it takes to cook a pool monster.
Apparently, yeah. It just needs to be stewing in there for at least 15 years, and then you'll have your very own attack monster in the pool. Everybody wants one.
They weren't pool people.
Pool people.
Alternate title.
Yeah, pool.
Ooh, okay.
This is not for the kids.
Wet.
I used to be scared of pools. Cider.
Oh no, they killed the cat.
Cider.
Oh.
Yeah, James Wan. Yeah, okay.
Hey, someone's coming over in a minute.
I think that right there was what we saw in the original teaser. 1 second.
Yeah,
right
that
here.
one.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, those two.
Yeah, with the boyfriend.
Here we go. Yep. Does he? Oh Lord, no. No, thank you. No, ma'am. It's some of the moments there, of course, like it's saying polo or whatever is it's kind of trite, but I feel like this is going to be enjoyable.
Yeah, it seems like it could be fun or really, really stupid.
I feel like it's a date night movie for high school kids in the upper grades that can actually get in.
Yeah. I'll just say, like, if this at the end said, like, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, I would be out. Nope. No. that's gonna be.
Has he
terrible.
disappointed you a lot, Does?
Yeah, a little bit. I just
Yeah?
know what to expect.
Knock at the Cabin was actually pretty good.
Oh,
I
I
was
didn't see
very
that
surprised.
one. I haven't seen any of his like more recent ones, I guess. But like okay, like there's just a couple times, The Happening. Come on, The Happening.
Oh God,
That happened.
God, that was the lowest point of that man's
Yeah.
career.
Yeah,
I think.
that was where I was gone. It's just like
See,
never again. I'm never again. Just trust
I feel
me.
like he's had a low key renaissance lately though, because well, Knock at the Cabin was good. He didn't write that. That was based on a book.
Yeah.
So there was that element. Old was really good. I loved Old. I thought that was a great movie. Did you see that one? The one set on the
No.
beach.
No, I don't like old people movies. So.
Well, I mean, it's
That
not really
didn't
about
interest
old
me.
people. It's about young people that start getting very old very quickly while on a beach.
Yeah.
Oddly.
Yeah, that's
Very
weird.
good film, though. Very good film. It ended exactly the way I wanted it to, like the way that I predicted it was going to. I really didn't think it was going to take the turn that I was hoping it would, but then it did. So I was very satisfied with that one.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. We'll jump back in real quick.
Ooh, spooky.
My kids have seen things.
Whoa.
And I'm worried something is happening to my husband. Dad?
I've been looking for you.
What do you have in his hand there?
Hair.
What was that?
It's a
That
hairball.
right here. What is
Oh.
that?
A cane?
Is it a cane?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cane. Okay.
There has to be some
no.
way to stop this.
Alright, Kyle.
Okay. No. This looks good. With the dad.
I do
possessed
like.
thing.
Yeah. I was about to fucking say it. The element of the dad being affected by it and the parents not being completely aloof is good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Jesus, look at that. Whew.
Yeah, it seems like
Oh,
we're getting
damn.
some stakes, some saving mom, some dad
Ooh.
action. That looks fun.
That was a deep swim right there.
A night swim.
Okay. We saw the names a few moments ago of the people that the short film was made by. 1 second. I saw their names. Okay, Screen Story by Bryce McGuire. Okay, and Rod Blackhurst. These are the people. Cool. They wrote the screenplay and directed it. Okay, so the people that made the short film are actually the ones that are adapting it for a full-length feature.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's
yeah,
cool.
Okay,
You don't
that's cool.
usually see that. You usually hand it off to someone more established or whatever. So that's good.
I love that about horror. Like you see that more in the horror genre than any other. I think. Like
That's true. Yeah. People take, especially Blumhouse, they'll take chances. They keep their budgets low so that basically any horror film that's even like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 ends up making enough money to where they might even consider doing a sequel because they're smart. They keep the budgets low, like $3-5 million or whatever, and they've made that back in the first weekend at least, if not more. So you've always got that with horror films because with like big superhero films and shit like that, they'll spend $300-400 million on the film and then another $200 million on marketing, and you've got a situation like the Marvels on your hand where you spent close to $600K on $600 million, on the film, including marketing, and you make like I think it was $40 million first opening weekend. When the first one made $1 billion.
yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. And I do not believe this whole it's all superhero fatigue. No, people are just tired of bad movies, I think, honestly. That's all it really seems to be for me is people are tired of these bad films. All right, let me share
Yeah,
this
yeah,
screen.
we're. I agree. I think it's just gotten like into like too much schlock.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is. It's a lot of filler films, superheroes, and thank God, horror films are. I think we covered a story. I think it was either the last episode or the episode before the last one, where there was an article about how horror movies are basically funding movie theaters at this point.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
like people are coming to see those films almost more than anything else at this point. And I do like that. That makes me happy inside. But okay, we've
Yeah.
got one other news story here, real quick. Des, have you seen? I'm screen sharing. I don't know if you
Oh yeah. Hold on. I
got it
will.
or whatever.
I'm getting
One
chat
second.
back here. I'm doing
Gotcha,
a
gotcha.
slapdashed chat back.
Have we figured out what's wrong with the chat there?
No, I did not.
Oh well, let's just get rid of it.
But-
We've got it
No,
on the
look.
side.
Look, I got it.
You
Look at
got
that.
it?
Yeah.
Holy shit! All right, go Des, go Des.
I can do it. And I don't know why the usual thing didn't work, but here we go.
There we go. Give it up for Des, everybody. We finally got chat on screen. Good job.
We're
Good job.
back. Okay.
Okay. Now, I don't. Des, have you seen The Witch?
The Witch. I did. I think I fell asleep though. I don't remember how it ended.
That would not surprise me. It's definitely not for everyone. Very old school feeling folktale horror.
I think I would like, but I don't know.
I mean, it's a slow moving film. Everything this man's done at this point is pretty slow burn. I'm a big fan of slow burn though, so
Yeah.
That makes me happy. But the same gentleman that did The Witch, I believe he did The Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe, and The Northman, which was a very recent film. I think it was last year, maybe the year before. But he is tackling NOSFERATU, the original vampire story, the terrifying vampire story that still kills me to this day, because I'm just gonna bring this up real quick. I'm not sure if everyone from our audience actually knows exactly how terrifying the gentleman that played NOSFERATU back in the day looked. Like, this is a real man. Like, there's not a lot of movie magic here. If you can see
Yeah.
there, it's
I
he was a
am
very
trying to
odd-looking man.
Hold on, the screen share isn't wanting to load.
You need me to redo it?
Yeah, probably. It's just
Okay,
giving me
one second.
it's giving me the square.
1 second, everybody.
dancing
Technical
square.
difficulties.
This is
Pause for the cause.
I blame Discord.
Discord is always the bane of our show
Here we go.
here.
Yeah.
Just saying.
there
There we go. Okay, here we are. This is the gentleman that played NOSFERATU. If you can see here, there's not a lot of movie magic that happened here. He was a very strange looking gentleman.
That's
He was just
Oh no, I don't like it. No, I'm
he's
getting scared now.
those fingers
No.
does. Look at those fingers.
No,
Oh,
or-
God.
those aren't his real fingers, but
I believe.
it's the face.
Yeah, it really is. Like the gentleman that played him, I remember reading a bunch of stories about how the people that worked on the film were like basically terrified of him, even
Ooh.
though he was like like a soft-spoken dude that was like really nice to everybody. Apparently, they were all
Yeah.
terrified of him because of his looks. I don't blame them. Don't blame them. But anyways, back to the.
We just got a tip.
What was that? Was that a tip? All right.
Yeah. Okay, here, let me read it here. It's from Nickelback. It says, "Dear Nodle, this is Chad writing you for some advice or possibly some kind words. Avril won't
Chad.
take me back. I've tried everything, even willing to change Nickelback's genre altogether. You and Des mean more than words have to offer." Oh, that's so sweet.
Very sweet of Chad Kroger there. Thank you so
Oh.
much, Nickelback. Big fan of the show there, Chad. Not a very Chad move, sending in donos asking for woman advice here, but anyways, let's see. You lost Avril to wait, no, you gained Avril from the gentleman from Sum 41. So remember they were married for a bit, Avril and I think his name's Derek something. And then you inherited her from him. Let's see. I don't see that happening again. Just being honest there, bud. Maybe you should start a what's that stuff called, Diz? Where they mix the emo with the hip hop? What is that called? There's a name for it, right? What the fuck is it? Like a
I thought Avril was doing more like a folky or like rock.
I'm just saying, maybe if Chad jumps onto the newest thing, Chad on the newest fad, so to speak, maybe that'll maybe that'll bring the milkshake back to his yard.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's good to mix
Probably
it up.
not though. Probably not. Yeah, you could probably mix it up. That emo rap is popular with the kids nowadays, from what I understand.
I don't know. I have no
Moving
idea.
on. Thank you for the dono, Nickelback. We appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Robert Eggers' Nosferatu has a festive release date. Okay. Mr. Eggers has wished us all a happy holiday with the news that his highly anticipated adaptation of Nosferatu is slated for release on December 25th, 2024 from
Christmas.
Focus Features. Yeah. It's
feel
more
like
than a
we-
year. It is more than a year away, like it says here in the
Yeah.
article. But very interesting choice, if I do say so myself. That's theaters are, I don't know if they're still as popular for this nowadays, but I remember back in the day it was a big family thing for like Thanksgiving and Christmas. Since the entire family would be together, people would go see a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, my family did that growing up, and
Yeah, I think
I knew
that's
a lot
big
of other
tradition.
kids. Yeah, I think that's but of all things Nosferatu, I'm very interested to see how that does
Yeah.
for that weekend.
It could be really cool. I mean, it's like if it's black and white kind of thing. If they're doing it, I don't know. I could see it being just kind of like.
We've got one still here, so what? Looks like there's some blue there, but
Yeah, like that. I don't know. That just gives me like the what's that? It's a Wonderful Life type of feeling. Or Miracle on 34th Street or something. I don't know. I'm just like
Yes,
trying to
okay.
think of how Nosferatu is a Christmas movie, because that sounds cute.
I sincerely doubt it's going to be an actual Christmas film.
Okay,
It-
well,
it,
at least we have Terrifier to look forward to.
Fuck yeah, we do. Gonna have Art the Clown tearing up children on Christmas morning. Okay, so Eggers directed and wrote the script for this new Nosferatu, which is described as a, quote, gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman and the terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing untold horror in its wake. Very vague, but it's to be expected. Let's see who's playing Nosferatu here. We've got is it Bill Skarsgård reigns as our Kill of Creepy as he takes on the yep. We've got Mr. Bill Skarsgård here. Who's
Okay.
going to be playing Nosferatu, the same gentleman that played Pennywise in It
Yeah.
Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Also, I think he was recently in John Wick 4. He was good in that. He was in Barbarian, which was fantastic. That was a really good film. See, that's another example of something original that worked really, really well, in my opinion. Okay, so we've got Bill Skarsgård, we've got Nicholas Hoult, Lily Rose Depp, so Johnny Depp's daughter,
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, Emma Corrin, Ralph Neeson, Simon McBurney, and Willem Dafoe also star in the film. Okay, that makes sense. He was in The Lighthouse, and now he's coming back for this one. Let's see. In a recent interview with Empire, Eggers teased Skarsgård's performance as the main villain, saying, "I will say that Bill has so transformed. I'm fearful that he might not get the credit that he deserves because he's not there." End quote. That's an interesting...
Okay.
It's an interesting way to put it. So is it like he just kind of flipped into a completely different person for the role, which, you know, method acting does exist.
Yeah.
I could see that. It's kind of what the gentleman that played Nosferatu back in 1922 did.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
he
that's
just-
kind of the only way you could play that role convincingly.
You just got to descend into it. Just dive into it and just like don't let go. Okay. So the chairman of Focus Features, Peter Kujawski, stated, "The audacious filmmaking of Mr. Eggers is always a gift for fans, and we can promise that his Nosferatu is planning quite the Christmas feast." Okay, so we're going to get that next Christmas. I like it. I like it, Des. I think that's going to be on the list. Obviously, there's an ever-growing list on my end. Things just never slow down. Okay. What do we have next up on the docket here, Des? Oh, it's time. It's time. All right. If you can't tell by all of the all of the memorabilia that's sitting on the desk right now, no, the desk is usually not this nerdy if this is the first time that you're tuning in. Posters aren't usually here. The Blu-ray steelbooks are definitely not here. The action figures are fucking 100% not here usually.
I've never seen you have action figures on your desk.
Yeah, exactly. It's just for this. I'm nerding out just for this because I have such a large collection of Fear stuff. For fuck's sake, since we started this show, I've been using a Fear the Walking Dead coaster. Jesus, come on now. It's just, there's so much shit that I've acquired over the years from buying and selling memorabilia, which is my other job. But okay. So you got that video pulled up, Des? I don't have a screen of our stream. Let's see. That first one up there with a insert TV with this video, please, ma'am.
Which one? The fight till the end?
Yes, yeah. I just wanted to kind of rotate in the background while I'm talking here.
Oh, sure.
That's it.
Yep. I look at it. 1 second. You can start talking.
Okay. All right. So, not this past Sunday. The Sunday before. I believe it was the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. No, it was the 19th. Okay, it was the 19th. We tried to do a live watch along with our friend James from the TWD Explained YouTube channel. One of the best Walking Dead YouTubers in the game. If you're a fan, go check him out at TWD Explained. But we had some technical issues there because it was the first time that I was going to be doing everything by myself. And I am proud of the fact that Des taught me how to use OBS in literally like what, 4 hours, I think?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it was
Crash
just
course.
crash
Yeah,
course. I had it. It was all good. Um, the video codecs on my computer needed to be upgraded, apparently. Probably should have checked that before. Probably should have tried to do a test stream, but we tried to make it work by doing a version in the Discord server just so that all would not be lost for the evening. And shout out to Sin and Kels for helping with that, by the way. But the video that we got from it is not exactly what we were hoping for because we can't really post the episode itself up on the channel. That's not really gonna work. But might try to rip the audio from it maybe and put that up or something like that. But I just wanted to get into it here because this was my favorite series from 2015 to 2017. The first 3 seasons are immaculate. They are, in my opinion, better than anything that the main show ever did. Better than anything that this entire Walking Dead universe has ever produced. Mainly because it was so gritty. It felt real. The people that were in the show did not feel like comic book characters. This felt like you just walked into a very dysfunctional family, and now you have to see if they can come together and adapt to this new world. And that was interesting to me, considering they're a very blended family. The mother, Madison, she's dating this gentleman named Travis. They both have exes and they both have children. Of course, Madison has Nick and Alicia, and Travis has Chris and his ex-wife Liza, and all that mess. And that was exactly how I was raised in my teenage years. My middle school to high school years was the exact same setup. And we even had the same fucking names and same age. Myself and the other character named Nick. It really reminded me of my family. It was weird. I'm not gonna lie. It was I remember watching the pilot, and they revealed how the family dynamic was, and I was just sitting there like, no fucking way. Really? Like, each instance was just like one thing after another, and I'm not too sure if I've ever made this apparent on this show, but since I've conquered this demon, I really don't give a fuck about saying it. I used to have an issue with opiates, and that was slightly interesting because Nick on the show is a heroin addict, so there's another one on the list. So the idea of withdrawing in the apocalypse on top of everything else is going on is I can't even imagine. So you've got this gritty kid that's basically he's already been living like it's the apocalypse for the past 5 or 6 years. Not 5 or 6, maybe 3, maybe 4 tops, because he was 21 when the show started, because he and I were the same age when the apocalypse starts in the Walking Dead universe. The apocalypse starts in August of 2010, and around then I was 21, and Nick on the show was 21 as well. So it was so many weird coincidences, right? It's just it was very interesting to line up and watch. And the lead character Madison reminded me a lot of my own mother. Like the whole idea here was how far would a mother go to protect her children? Like how much of yourself are you willing to lose to make sure that they live? Just that's it, just live. Like you know, no idea of like, like a perfect life or anything like that. Just
or happily.
basically just keeping them alive. Literally, that's it. Was the goal, and I loved that because well, the show changed later on, but we were watching, according to Dave Erickson, who was the original showrunner, we were watching this lady Madison's descent into being a villain, kind of on the same line. Why is lyrics on my screen, Des? That's fucking weird. That get there.
Sorry. I
Ooh.
was clicking,
Oh.
and I think that just...
Ugh.
Sorry. Why
Get
did
the
that
taste
go?
out of my mouth.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
That was just what played next. Oh, I'm logged in under our... yeah, this is
the
what,
Clear World
what
Radio
played next for
account.
Clear World Radio. So that is not
okay,
my
okay.
algorithm, guys.
Hey, it's not mine either. I don't really do anything on that account. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I was.
God damn.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay.
No,
The
it's
original
just
show.
commentary community just fucking out of
Just
nowhere.
keep invading. We can never get away from them ever. Announcement involving the commentary community coming up a little bit later, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, getting back to this, the according to the original showrunner, the idea was we were watching a descent into like a Machiavellian type villain with Madison, where she does all of these terrible things in the name of keeping her family safe. It's very Shakespearean in a way. It was going to be. She does all of these terrible things to keep her two kids safe, Nick and Alicia. And by the end, she's done so many terrible things that her kids turn against her. Like, and then by the end, the last season, which would have been last year because it was a 7-season plan, the final thing was supposed to be a battle between mother and son because she always focused on her son Nick more because he had issues, whereas Alicia was a straight A student. She took care of herself.
She worried more.
Yeah. And it just kind of it was supposed to turn into either Madison killed Nick or Nick killed Madison at the very end. And I wish we would have gotten that because it's so perfect. Like just the idea that somebody goes so far to save these people only for those people to turn on them because of said things is just and it being a fucking zombie drama on top of that, it's like you took a family drama and you just dropped them into the apocalypse. That's basically what it seemed like. And I wish we could have gotten it because it would have been the perfect antithesis to the main show. We've got they're basically heroes. They're comic book heroes in the main show. You've got Rick and Michonne and Carol and Daryl, and they're all basically like do-good people. Of course, Rick had some slip-ups early in the series where he did some terrible things, but there was a reason for them. And it seemed like by season 3, which in my opinion is the single best season of material that the Walking Dead universe has to offer. I would recommend it even if you're not a fan of the main show. Just watch the first 3 seasons of Fear and stop. Do not watch the rest. Season 3's finale can be treated as an open ending finale to where you just kind of like imagine what happens after that.
Okay.
But
like nothing's canon after that.
Yeah,
It's
just try to
from then on.
Yeah, just try to say no thanks.
Yeah. Are we planning on doing the first 3 seasons of Fear next?
We probably I think we will. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to do that in our next Wednesday series dive that we do in our Discord server. which I'm sure we'll get a link in there and just in the chat in just a moment.
Awesome.
But yeah, the whole idea is every Monday we do Midnight Movie Madness, where we pick a film. Like this week's film was actually a request from somebody in our audience. Not sure who, but so we picked that up and we watched it. So the movies, we try to go back and forth with stuff that comes from my personal collection and then things that other people bring to us. And Wednesdays we dive into series. So we'll usually watch 2 or 3 episodes and just try to go, because we did Twin Peaks first and we're doing Hannibal now. And the whole idea of this was, after we finish each series, we'll do an event special to where we just dedicate the entire show to said show and just talk about the things we like, things we would have wished we could have seen, etc., etc. That sounds fun to you? Please join us. We always want people, if you're there for the film on Monday, or if you're there for the series on Wednesday, we always welcome those people onto the show. Like, we want you to come tell us. We try not to have too in-depth of a conversation, like, after we've watched it that night. We try to save it for the show. So, if that sounds interesting to anybody, go for it. Okay. Getting back into this this little history lesson here. Let me share this screen with you, Des. Got an article here. This was an interview with Mr. Dave Erickson. He was the original showrunner. Okay. And as you can see here, the original showrunner reveals dark and twisted alternate ending. Quote, "Who could become a Negan?" And if you don't know, Negan is probably the most popular villain from the main show. He came around in season 6. Yeah, okay. So there was a changing of the guard back in after season 3. Dave Erickson was helming the show for the first 3 seasons, like I mentioned. Now that his reign is over, Erickson has revealed his 7-season plan for Fear, and it's brilliantly dark and twisted. It's worth pointing out that the new showrunners, Chambliss and Goldberg, will have their own ideas on where to take the show. Yeah, we already know. They fucked it up. And its characters, so these aren't spoilers. This is an article from 2017.
This is the past.
In short, Erickson had it mapped out in his head that Madison, Kim Dickens' blonde lady here, would, by the end of the series, turn into a Governor or Negan-type full-blown villain. When he spoke to the Hollywood Reporter, this is what he had to say. The thing that's interesting to me, and one of the questions I asked myself and asked Robert Kirkman very early on. Robert Kirkman is the gentleman that created the Walking Dead comics. Very early on was, of the people in our group, who do you see becoming the governor? Of our group, who could become a Negan? He said, like, who could become the villain? That's interesting to me, to watch an evolution of a character and start with them as a hero and bleed that into anti-hero and then bleed that into full-on villain. It would have been interesting. In terms of the final conflict, yeah, I know. It was working really well, though. Like, by the 3rd season, you could really see what he was going for. Like, the decisions that she made started to become more rash, more, like, nothing that you would imagine a guidance counselor at a high school would do.
She was a guidance counselor?
She's a fucking guidance counselor, yeah.
Alright, well.
She's got a dark...
guidance counselors, so
she's got a bit of a dark history, too. Like, it's not just, a soccer mom type deal that just kind of descends into chaos. She came from a very broken past, let's just say that. So, in terms of the final conflict within the family, it would have been key. For me, there's a lot left for Madison specifically. Oh, that's funny, considering they killed her 8 episodes later. Anyways, Erickson added that he saw Madison, Nick, and Alicia as the main characters, and he would have explored the family dynamics as Madison continued to descend down the dark path she had already been on during season 3. It's a shame that he won't be around to realize this vision. Yes, it is. Blah, 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 blah. All right, that's it for that article. So there's your like condensed interview of what Mr. Erickson had planned for this series. I got a few other ones. One moment here. So when they changed showrunners to Andrew Chambliss and Ian Goldberg, who were the showrunners for a show called Once Upon a Time, not
Okay.
joking.
No,
Not
everything
joking.
is making sense then. Yep.
Yeah.
That
So
makes okay.
they replaced Dave Erickson, who was a showrunner on Sons of Anarchy,
Oh no.
with these two fools from a Disney show that they couldn't even handle that. Apparently they fucked that up too.
IRL. Oh my god, I watched the first couple seasons of that show because my roommates did,
I'm pretty sure I saw the first season of it, honestly, because it had Jennifer Morrison in it from House. I remember wanting to see it because of that.
Yeah, no, it started kind of strong, and then it got so fucking dumb. Just so fucking dumb. And as somebody, like, I love, like, fairy tale shit, and it's just, like the Disney version of everything, but shoehorned into this stupid fucking narrative. Anyway, this is a horror show.
Yes, so they got two people that couldn't even handle a Disney show and got them to run a gritty, realistic zombie drama.
No.
And spoiler alert, it didn't work. It didn't work. And when I say they failed, I am not joking. All you have to do literally is type in, if you go to Google and type in Fear the Walking Dead bad, that's it. Press enter. There are so many articles that are like, why is Fear the Walking Dead the worst show on television? And it's like, all these are from the past 5 years since these new guys took over. Like, they destroyed the show. Let me get through this article and I'll tell down. But because this is interesting, AMC lies here in their statement. So they said that he stepped down and that he inked a deal with AMC. Now let's see what the details of that were. So it said the Fear showrunner, Erickson, will step down from that role after the show's upcoming third season in order to develop projects under a new overall deal with AMC Studios, the studio announced Friday. Erickson will still serve as an executive producer on the Walking Dead spin-off series. We're beyond grateful for Dave's amazing work on the first 3 seasons of Fear. With Dave as showrunner, the series fulfilled its creative promise to expand the Walking Dead universe in a way that was totally unique from the original series, and has gone on to become the number 2 drama series in ad-supported cable, behind only The Walking Dead itself. We are also incredibly excited that Dave has chosen to stay in the AMC family to pursue his next passion project. We look forward to many more successful collaborations. All right, here's the deal. That deal never materialized. Dave Erickson never worked for AMC again after this. Not a single pilot was filmed. This was a save face thing, where basically they said that he stepped down willingly, and that they were throwing money at him to stay or whatever because they wanted to look good. But here's what actually happened. Your first spinoff from a major property is not going to make everyone happy. I think everybody can agree on that. Whatever you come up with is not going to make the entire fucking audience watch it. That's just not how it works. But AMC thought that's how it should work. So when the viewers went from 15 million for the premiere, because that was literally the height of The Walking Dead. Like, The Walking Dead was a show, people speak about it kind of in ridicule nowadays, but back in those first 6, 7 seasons, that was a juggernaut on television. It broke so many records that it's ridiculous. Like, there were so many people that watched that show. I think by the time Negan showed up, I think it got up to 18 million, if I'm not mistaken. And that's on cable. It's not even on a regular, like, ABC, NBC, Fox channel.
Yeah.
This is on AMC, which was cable, so that's a lot of fucking people.
The
But,
cable.
yeah. I mean, it was, actually. It's interesting to think about, because, actually, I have here what happened with these new showrunners is they decided to not only bring in this guy, Morgan, played by Lenny James from the main series. They shifted him to Fear, which made them have to do a 1.5 year time skip between seasons 3 and 4 to make it work. So all of the story that we'd gotten, and it ended, season 3 ended on the biggest cliffhanger that I've ever seen, probably. Right up there with Twin Peaks' original ending of, where's Annie? It was up there. I mean, fucking giant structure explodes. We don't know who lives, who dies, except for Madison, because Madison's the only one that washes up ashore. But when they moved this gentleman Morgan over, they decided to kill off our two main characters, Madison and Nick.
Oh, like during the time skip, or?
No, within the first 8 episodes of their first season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, by the mid-season, episode 9, we'd lost both of our main characters to make room for this guy.
Oh.
And
That's lame.
to say that the fan base was pissed is an understatement, because you can go to the Fear of the Walking Dead subreddit to this day, and I guarantee you will get at least 3 posts of either somebody coming in who just started the show and they're like, what the fuck happened to this show when season 4 came in? Because they don't know the lore or whatever, so they come in, they're like, I fucking loved this show for the first 3 seasons. What the fuck happened to the writing? And people that literally just still go on there and complain all the time, myself included, because we'll talk about the episodes as they were airing, and commiserate over the fact that AMC got rid of an incredible showrunner so that they could have a beer balloon float to save somebody. A beer balloon does.
A beer balloon?
In season 5, they escape from walkers in a beer balloon.
That sounds like a word I'm not going to use.
It was the dumbest fucking thing I have ever seen in my life. They took a show called Fear the Walking Dead and turned it into a show about hope.
Oh, no.
And helping people.
That totally tracks for those guys.
Helping people.
They Disney-fied it.
They literally did. Like, no joke. They really did. The funny thing about that, though, Des, here's the deal. I'm going to move to this now. So, once this happened, the ratings tanked. It was the exact opposite effect that AMC wanted. They thought bringing over a main show character would basically just bring more people over from the main show to watch. Because as you can see here, the show started, season 1, episode 1, the pilot, aired to 10 million people. By the time that we got to season 3, you can see these numbers are dropping, and it happens. Season 3 was the last season with Mr. Erickson in charge, and by the time it was done, here you go. Here's the adjusted ratings. Live viewers, we settled into about 2.3 to 2.2 million live viewers. But when you took in DVR into that, you were getting between 3.8 and 5 million viewers per episode, which is still damn good. Like, very, very good for a cable drama.
Yeah.
But they brought in Lenny James in season 4, and I want you to look at these viewers here, does. So remember, the last episode of season 3 got 2.8 million live viewers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when they started this new season, the first episode didn't even have our characters in it. It was literally just Morgan making his way from the main show to our characters.
The new show.
4 million people. Okay, so you can say it almost doubled viewership, right?
Yeah.
4 million. 3 million. By episode 3, we are back to normal levels from the 3rd season, 3 episodes in. Okay, here's the best part. No One's Gone, episode 8, the mid-season finale, right?
Oh.
2.32. This is the one where they killed Madison and Nick. Well, Nick was killed in episode 3.
Yeah.
Madison was killed in episode 8. Nick didn't, Frank Delane, the guy that played Nick, they didn't decide to kill him off. He decided to leave. When he found out that things were changing so much.
Yeah.
He didn't like it.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. But you can see here when they came back for the mid-season finale, look at these numbers. 1.8, 1.86, 2.1. Basically, all of the built-in fan base that they had built goodwill with for the first 3 seasons abandoned the show. Because
I like that.
I mean,
yeah, no, total. I like that episode 12 week is the weakest performer of all these.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful. I never noticed that. Holy shit. Pretty fucking weak, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the entire fucking season, basically. The worst part is they, during the first half, they ruined our characters as well. They changed their characteristics, their personalities were just not the people that we fell in love with for those first 3 seasons. So, and then the next season came out, and the ratings just kept slipping, like, lower and lower. By the end here, look at this. This is the last season. Viewers, 0.5 million.
Ooh.
0.4. By the end, we ended up at 0.44.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's about...
And, yeah.
That's about what happens when you get rid of... Yeah, like...
Your main characters?
Your main characters, your main, like plot points. I don't know. Like, not every story has to be about, like, hope and...
Why would you make a show called Fear the Walking Dead about something like that? Just make a new show, man. It's all good.
Because they're Disney pilled and soft.
They're soft inside. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. So the story here is all of us fans that had been around since the beginning, we never gave up on getting Madison back because she died off screen. Yeah,
Okay.
they killed the main character off screen.
That's fucked up.
And yeah, so in the Walking Dead universe, no body equals they might still be alive. So
yeah.
online, we kept a hashtag going that was hashtag Bring Back Madison, and every single person that would tweet or Graham or Facebook post about the show would add in the Bring Back Madison thing, and it never went away. And it hit its like height in like season 6, which was like 2.5 seasons after she was gone. Like, that's how much of an impression she left on the audiences. Was even like 3 seasons later, like, we're still going hard. like wanting to get our main character back. And I don't know, are you screen sharing this thing I've got up? Okay, cool,
yeah.
cool. Here's the announcement. I never thought I would see this in my life, but it happened, and to say that I was happy was probably one of the biggest understatements I've ever made in my life. But all we knew was going into this was there was going to be a big announcement after the episode aired. So then we got this.
And now it is time to reveal the surprise guest we've been teasing. Surprise guest, please be revealed. Kim Dickens, ladies and gentlemen. Kim Dickens. And I imagine, Kim, since you're here, you might as well announce a thing. What's going on?
Well, I just wanted to say Madison is back.
Yes.
Ah. Hashtag.
Welcome back.
While the guy
Madison
that
is
replaced
coming
her
back
is
to
sitting
Fear the
across the
Walking Dead.
room.
We can confirm this.
Ooh.
We can confirm it. She's alive.
I'm very glad to hear this, despite the fact that I feel like when Madison supposedly died on the show a few seasons ago, I was like, wait, so Madison's dead? Yep, she's dead. But no, she's not. Here she is. How long have you had this secret that you've been keeping?
I've had the secret, I think, probably since this whole year. Like the end of last year, I got a text from Coleman, who was on set. And
Coleman plays
said,
Victor
"Girl, you need to
Strand
call me."
on the show.
So I called him, and he was on set. I said, why? What's going on? And he goes, well, someone's asking about you on set. And I was like, why are they asking about me? So turns out they were sort of, trying to gauge my temperature and sort of.
The showrunners had such a bad relationship with the main character of the show that they had to go through another actor to call Kim just to see if she was willing to come back.
Just to see. It's like, how pissed are you?
Availability for a conversation with them, and I said absolutely.
For a
So
conversation.
we all talked. Ian, Andrew, and Scott and I zoomed early January, and they.
That's one of those shitty
their
showrunners
pitch,
right there
and
on the
I was
right.
More excited than I even imagined I would be.
Yeah.
So we've known for almost the whole year.
Well, I'm so glad. and
I just
so
want to
good
get to
that
this
you didn't
quote.
Shoot like a close-up death scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
seasons
too.
Ago, that it was sort of open-ended. A lot of people since that happened have
This
said
quote
fans,
from Ian Goldberg
"Please
right
bring
here
Madison back. Please
is
bring Madison
gold.
back." So what
No
went into this
pun
decision, and
intended.
How did you manifest it?
Here we go.
You know,
Well-
from day
sorry.
one. Kim, do you want to go first?
I'm sorry.
No.
No,
He's
no,
like
please.
he's like almost
Used to be a
scared of
mystery
her.
guest.
It's so funny.
You're not a mystery guest anymore. Now you're the guest. Now you're our celebrity guest. Ian.
You know, from day one of the series, Madison Clark has been the beating heart, lifeblood, emotional epicenter of this show. She's
Then why'd you kill her, Ian?
a
Yeah.
warrior, a hero, and the way that the story went in season 4, we always saw as the end of one chapter, a very important chapter in the Madison Clark story, and one that had huge ripple effects on
Somebody
the characters
else's
that survived her. and
Story.
her.
You ended their chapter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
What he's getting at here is they always had it planned to bring her back.
No. Bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Influence continued to be felt in a
This
very
is-
big way.
this
even
is sweeping.
In her absence.
Yeah, it's saving face. It's literally sweeping on a TV level.
Of Madison
Yeah.
Clark, and there were many more
This
chapters
is-
that we wanted to tell. and it was
Yeah.
about
We got to get this soundbite
aligning
out
the
there
stars
because
and making
it's
sure it
obvious
was the
what
right
actually
story.
happened.
Literally, it's we didn't and Kim Dickens, she props to her from the beginning because she was a leading female actress in her 50s leading a genre piece.
Yeah.
You don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
So that was before the big female protagonist boom was a
Yeah.
thing, And what's funny is they fired her a year before said boom happened. So right when they could have started benefiting from it more than anything is when they got rid of her.
Yeah.
Because a year later, you know, you had like Rey and Star Wars and shit and all these, you know, like strong female characters or whatever, and all these Mary Sues that knew how to do
They're
everything
like,
from
we're
the
doing
beginning.
it for the first time, and it's like, no,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No.
No. What about
You're
Ripley
kidding.
from Aliens? She's, I mean, and you know, Sarah Connor from Terminator. Anybody? You know, just saying. But you had Kim Dickens in her 50s leading this genre piece, and they replaced her with a man.
But
You can't write this shit. It's just so good. It's just so good.
yeah.
Okay, hold it. I want to hear him spew some more bullshit.
Okay. Tripping over his dick.
At the right time to honor the character and to bring her back in a way that was surprising and new and exciting, and we found the moment, and honestly could not be more excited to have
It's not a flashback, right? She's back.
Oh, she's back.
Okay,
She's
good,
back.
good,
Yes,
good.
she's
Make sure you're not trying to pull a
back.
fast one on me, Ian.
No, I will not be coy here.
Because I'm very excited that Kim Dickens is back on the show. Lenny, what does it mean for you to have
The gentleman that
Madison
replaced her.
back?
What does it mean to have her back?
It's like a tick on my bucket list because I get to work with her. Because when I came over from Walking Dead, we didn't get a chance to work together. And part of the thing I was excited about when coming over was working with Kim. So I get to do that now. So I'm a happy fella.
Kim, thoughts on what has
That's
happened
weird.
Yeah. See, the thing is with Lenny James, great actor. Fucking phenomenal actor. Stand-up dude, too. I honestly don't think he knew what was happening when he came over. I honestly think he figured he was going to slip into a, a secondary protagonist role. Instead, they nixed the entire show to make it about him. So
That's
for
It's gotta be awkward.
and all of this, they brought her back in the season finale of season 7. So, and then they shortened the final season to 12 episodes. So they bring her back, and we only get her back for 13 fucking episodes. All that work. I mean, I'm glad we got her back, don't get me wrong. Like, especially after the ending to the series, because, spoiler alert, it leaves it open in case they want to do something else with her, because, you know, Walking Dead's all about spin-offs nowadays.
Yep.
So, the finale, it moved too it moved too quick and it moved too slow at the same time, if that makes any sense. A lot of the action, yes, a lot of the action was just replaced with dialogue, just exposition. Apparently, Chambliss and Goldberg never learned the first rule of film, which is show, don't tell, because they completely flipped that. I'm sure it helped with the budget, but doesn't help with the story.
They're storytellers, Nick.
Yeah, once upon a time storytellers. Shit. No. And see, the dialogue that they write, it'd be different if the dialogue was good. You know? Like, I guess I could get behind that, but people do not talk the way that people talk in this show. Like, the first 3 seasons, they speak like normal people to each other. It's like it's conversations that you can picture yourself having with your family members or your friends. It's stuff that makes sense. Starting with season 4, people speak in platitudes, and like everybody's a philosophy student all of a sudden. Like they've all got these big ideas about why everything's happening the way it is, and we've got to make it mean something and all this other shit like that. Everybody's always monologuing, exactly. So there was that, and that killed a lot of the momentum of the finale for me. But there was one part that saved it, and I'm gonna bring that up right now. The one thing that saved it, in my opinion, is this final scene. So if you do not want the as I'm referring to it, the alternate ending of the series, because as far as I'm concerned, that series ended with the season 3 finale. After that, everything else is just a completely different show with a couple characters that you might remember.
I think
But probably not, because they don't act the same. But here we go. It's a 1.5 minute long scene. So we get Alicia back, her daughter, who left the show an episode before she returned. Yeah, you heard me right.
Okay.
They lost a Clark and just brought another one in to replace her, basically. So here we go. This was our final scene. I'm not going to lie. It made me tear up just because I love this family so much. And it was nice to see the last 2 Clarks that we had get back together. So here we go.
Is there sound?
They're like the people who stepped in for.
Does it sound bad?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's on now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Alicia, they'll do better if they think I'm gone. Before I give them a reason to stop believing.
Fucking music.
Where to? Kept having these visions of you, of Nick. Back before everything went bad. Where? Los Angeles.
So the idea here is we're going to take it back to the beginning.
Okay, so I'm going
saw
to
a couple.
LA.
It was a long time ago.
Right where it started.
Probably still pretty rough there. Probably a lot of people could use our help.
And Nick's
That his
ashes are in that his ashes are in that coffee can. Yes.
Okay.
Ain't that the
It's
truth?
never gonna be what it was. It doesn't mean we can't start over. Let's go.
I do
You in, Tracy?
I do appreciate the
Yeah.
song choice here, with the whole idea of the show originally being what would a mother do? Have Mama Tried playing at the end is pretty good. I'll give them that.
Let's go home.
So they ride off into the sunset. It's LA, and that's how the series ends.
Okay, well, we'll
Could have ended way worse.
We'll see.
Could have ended way worse.
Yeah.
It could have been so much worse, Des. It could have been so much worse, but okay, I'm getting out of that. I think I'm done with my rant there for
All right.
for fear. Can you throw me up a Be Right Back screen so I can strap on this Get Phil, play a song
Yeah,
for
I
everybody
can do
before we
that.
take a
All
break?
right.
Thank you,
Beauty.
ma'am. that time of the program where I'm going to play y'all a song. Then we're going to take a break so that y'all can grab a drink, grab something to eat, something like that. You know, use the restroom, all that good stuff. Okay. The song is called Children of Wrath. This person I used to meet, but I'm different now, I like to think. I know it's hard to believe, 'cause people never change, don't it seem? Now there's monsters underneath the sheets. Now I can't sleep with the same dream on infinite repeat. How am I supposed to sleep? So as the hours fly by, days and nights combine, we keep burning every place that we stole until it all falls apart, falls apart. Falls apart, falls apart. Falls apart. You and me when it started this war, and I can't remember what for. So we approach from opposite sides, drew our lines in the sand, building barricades surrounding the walls, learned how to dodge each other's phone calls. Now there's monsters underneath the sheets. How am I supposed to sleep? So as the hours fly by, days and nights combine, we keep burning every place that we stole until it all falls apart, falls apart. Falls apart, falls apart, falls apart. Be right back.
take a chance on love. Chance on love.
Ha! Welcome back, everybody, to Leg 2 of Clear World Radio. You have no idea how perfectly everything just came together while that song was playing. You have no idea what was just going on behind the scenes, so I find that very funny. But with that said, I want to welcome Abe.
Greetings, greetings.
And RBF as well. RBF, thank you for joining.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. All four of us were in the Discord watching our midnight movie of the week this past Monday called, as you can see here from my personal collection, American Mary, starring Catherine Isabel. And the first thing that I'm going to say is I have some very strange movies in my Blu-ray collection. But I have no idea why I own this film. To be 100% honest, I don't remember buying it. I don't rent things, so it's not that. I literally spent money on this and bought it at one point. I'm thinking mainly just because Catherine Isabel was in it, and I do appreciate her. She's basically a horror icon at this point. You might know her from Ginger Snaps, if you're a horror fan, or Hannibal, the TV series, or what else has she been in? Remember she was in an episode of the X-Files back in the day. I think that was one of her first roles, actually. But this one is American Mary, and I do want to ask, I don't know if they're in the chat right now. Maybe they'll watch this later, and they can answer in the comment section, but who the fuck chose this movie? Because we got it as an anonymous tip, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, it was an anonymous suggestion because
Nobody's gonna fess up if it was anonymous.
See?
Yeah,
I think
suggestion there. Yeah.
I think Calypso actually said like she might have done it while she was really tired or something. Which I can believe. It's either her or DJ.
I see who it is.
You do?
Yeah.
Who was it? Who was it? Was it DJ? I knew it.
Okay.
Fucking called, dude.
You called it right after the end of the movie, too.
Yep. I knew it. I fucking knew it. DJ, where are you to talk about this damn movie? Fuck. Didn't she just move somewhere or something like that? So, yeah, she's got an excuse. Hope everything's going well for you, DJ. Cheers. Pick a even weirder movie next time, please.
Yeah.
Des, thoughts.
Yeah. It was uncomfortable.
Is that as a female or just all over?
All over. Like, and as a female. Like, and all over. And just as, like, a human being. But it was also, like... What did I say afterwards? It was like watching a music video, like a sexy erotic music video.
Yeah. With movie scenes interspersed between them.
Yeah, really fucked up movie scenes. Like snuff, like put in between like
kind of
erotic, music videos.
Yeah,
this movie covers body. What's the word? Body modification. Abe, I interrupted you. Please.
No, not at all. I was just going to say, as a resident human and not a cat from outer space, I will have to agree with the cat from outer space. As a human, this made my skin fucking crawl.
Yeah.
RBF? What about you?
It was all of those things. It was uncomfortable. It was dark. But it was also very camp, which I like.
Yeah. I can appreciate that. Yeah.
And human Betty Boop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was so weird. I actually loved it. I'm not even going to front. After digesting it, having time to think
I feel
about
like
it. I was engaged. I was engaged the whole time. Which...
I literally had to step away at some points during the surgery scenes. So I'm like, it was too visceral. I don't know.
Oh, I think we've got a lot of echoes going on. We got Abby and Calypso letting us know that there's like doubles of almost everyone.
Sorry. I think I got it now. Sorry about that.
Okay. If it's still fucked up, let us know in chat. Appreciate it though. That's why it's good to have live viewers to let us know when we're fucking up. Thank y'all for being here.
This is live?
Thank Thank y'all very, very
Yes.
much. Okay, so I'm not gonna say it made me uncomfortable, because that'd be a lie. It did make me feel slightly icky once or twice, like I was watching something I shouldn't be,
Yeah.
in a way, you know, I mean, it's not even really that graphic, but like the scene. Don't get me wrong, it was nice to see Catherine Isabel up at a strip club up there dancing. Don't get me wrong, but it felt strange because it was like the vision of the guy that worked there, and it
Yeah.
wasn't real or whatever.
Yeah. He
So
kept having sexy visions of her.
yeah, and like those parts were the parts that started to look like a music video.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah, that's
like
exactly
it's
what I was
just
thinking.
it was just it was like a White Snake video from the 80s on like 2000s like fucking ecstasy cut with meth.
Like the ones that they played after 2 a.m. on MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones on Subterranea on MTV2.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And like it felt like at any like I said this before, like if you had just dropped me into any point in the movie and like watched like 5 minutes of it, I could probably been like, okay, I know the plot, like
Yeah.
medical something, that guy raped her and this is just revenge.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty simple plot there. You've got a girl who moved from very far away to America to go to college, and she's, you know, one of those she's like barely making it, of course. And she gets invited to a party by by her attending, if I'm not mistaken.
Or professor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she goes to this party, and it ends up it's actually like some sort of
It's a rape party. It's just a
yeah,
rape party.
I was trying to figure out what to call it, but that's basically it. It was a rape party. They were treating her they thought she had gone into prostitution because she was making good money, like doing black market surgeries at that point. So they thought that she had gone into prostitution to help with the income situation. So that was their excuse for inviting her. But even if that were true, the things that were done to this poor girl while she was at said party, even if you're pro,
that's not how it goes.
No. Like you don't. Like what's even the point if they're a pro?
Yeah.
Like they know what they're
no.
getting into. Why do you need to slip them a roofie? Like, what's the point of that?
Right.
So like that just kind of proved to me right there that there was ill intent, even if they might have believed that she had gotten into that line of work. It's still like, no, you slipped roofies into her drink, and she couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So
that's not how sex workers work.
no, like it just doesn't. It's so dumb.
A sock fetish, yeah. A sock fetish.
Sock fetish.
I was trying to wrap my head around that one at first.
They have to be dirty. Walking them all day for me, baby. Walking them all day for me.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of the rape party, that scene went on for far too long.
Yep.
Way too long. I agree.
Way too long.
Yeah.
And you fucking tripped me out that was the first moment that I learned that it was written and produced by two women.
Yep. Written and directed by the Sosie sisters, who are actually into body modification themselves, which is how they obviously came up with this story.
Yeah.
And they make a cameo in the film as well.
Yep. Those weird twins that are
Oh, that was the
all
twins.
into
Oh,
each
shit.
other.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they get themselves surgically attached to each other or something
Yeah.
like that.
Something along
So
those lines.
Whew.
this movie was made. When was this movie made?
2012.
So yeah, that tracks for 2012, and weird ass
Yeah, 2012.
women empowerment movies, and like we're gonna take it back, and it's just like I don't know.
Well, if you're gonna take it back, at least they took it back in a different way, I guess. Like it's not the female empowerment movies that you get today.
Yeah, and like
That's for
there's
damn
that,
sure.
where is that more recent one, the fine upstanding young woman one? That was another rape
Promising
revenge.
Young Woman.
Promising young
Yes,
woman. Yeah,
loved
I
it.
haven't seen that.
I love that.
Oh, I loved it. It's great. It's
Yeah,
really
and
good.
it's the same kind of plot. It's the same rape revenge fantasy, or
Minus the body modification.
yeah, no, it was more college. I don't know.
Okay.
But if I remember right, like the actual like rape scenes in that weren't fucking graphic, just like straight up. Like
Yeah,
maybe I
it
should
got
grab-
very, very in depth.
Yeah.
In this film, and I mean, I kind of commend them for going that far, honestly. But pardon me. Ooh,
they did turn the guy
doorbell's-
into just a torso, so
Yeah, that was appreciative on my part. That was good to see. I love seeing people suffer like that.
on meat hooks.
Not normal people, just assholes that are beyond saving. Yeah, I love seeing them suffer. You can call me a sick perverted fuck if you like, but if you're raping women and shit like that, I'm not gonna feel sorry for you while you're getting limbs chopped off.
No. Yep.
And it
Fuck
went
that
silent on me.
Fucked up movie.
I mean, there's no objection, is what the silence means.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everyone's
right?
nodding their heads. Yes.
Pretty much, yeah, I can agree with that. On my end, I know we've got our 1 to 5 star scale here, or 1 to 5 radio tower, I think. Radio towers or something like that.
Yeah.
So for me, I've got to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Mainly for effort. It was a beautiful movie. Like, to watch most of it, at least, it was filmed very well. The cinematography was absolutely gorgeous at times. Mainly the surgical scenes were very, very well done. Let's see. Catherine Isabel gave an incredible performance in this. It might be one of her best, just because this was literally, I think you mentioned this. It was like, it seemed like the movie was a vehicle for her.
Yeah,
as an
100%.
actress.
Yep.
It's a very good way to explain it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they might have had an inkling or an idea of they wanted to do this, or like a film, about body modification and maybe tying in the rape revenge thing into it. But then I think they might have like got stoned and watched Ginger Snaps one night, and they were just like, "I bet you we could get Catherine Isabel. Yeah, let's start writing that tomorrow." Like it was one of those moments. I fucking guarantee it. Like it probably was.
I feel like they also had the title before they had the plot. Bloody Mary. I don't know. That's just me.
American.
Oh, American Mary. But
They do
call
call her
Bloody
Bloody Mary.
Yes,
they
do.
They do. Yeah.
I'm just
RBF,
confused.
you were gonna. It sounded like you were gonna say something there for a second. What was that?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
Oh, okay. Sorry for calling you out. I thought I heard you speak up when Beth was talking.
Cool. I probably did. I forgot what I was saying.
Do you have a rating?
Oh yeah,
Do, yeah,
What's your
yeah,
rating,
yeah.
RBF? What do you give it out of 5?
Out of 5, I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
I love just the sheer weirdness and out there. Yeah, they really took it there, but they still had some good themes. Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
I enjoyed it way
That's
more than I
respectable.
probably should have, to be
Hey,
honest.
I say that about films all the time, so don't
Yeah.
feel bad at all.
Yeah. No judgment.
No, not here. Not on Clear World Radio. Not with the shit that we watch.
I'm just gonna let you guys know I did not prepare graphics for any point like in between, so we're just gonna call that a 4.
I thought about that as soon as I said it. I was like, fuck, she can't do half a radio tower. What the fuck?
That's the joke.
Okay, Abe.
Oh, man.
A few thoughts, and well, if you got one or two more things to say, and a rating from you, please, sir.
I mean, I think we've covered the most of it. It was definitely a vehicle for her performance.
Yeah.
I think it could have been an art show less than like a full thought out movie. Maybe even multiple. I would break it down into music videos again. I don't know. It seems so disjointed as far as plot, but with all the art and the performance, I was gonna do 2.5, but with our tower schema, I'll have to do a 3. I think, yeah, I think I'm going with a solid 3.
A lot of the skill from the filmmakers and the actors and everything kind of elevates it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moments that I'm not very happy with in the movie, but overall art style, acting, I'm gonna take plot off that, but interesting characters, like a lot of interesting characters, which I
Oh yeah.
appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you said there was a lot of parts or whatever, were they parts that angered you, or just kind of like
No,
you were just like
just
they
I
don't
think
fit? I
it
think
was
this is
very
dumb.
segmented. Like there was this portion of the film, and then we're done with that, and then it moves on to this portion of the film, like between
Okay.
the
Yeah.
teacher and the revenge rape or like sexual assault, and then body modification, and then like back to the club, and then back to body modification. It kind of got more clear in the end, but it was really disjointed to me as far as plot and story goes. But yeah.
It was a little all over the place there when it came to the second act. The second act
Yeah.
was kind of chaotic, and I do appreciate that you didn't know what to expect from that point forward. Because it seemed like we were just getting a flat out. At first, it seemed we were getting a flat out film about, honestly, black market surgery, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because that was introduced first, if I'm not mistaken. And then after that, yeah, because she started making money. Yeah, that's right. She started making money from that, and that's how she got invited to the rape party.
Yep.
And that's obviously where the rape revenge plot came into play. So you've got your A and B plot there. You also had like a C plot of Catherine Isabel's character and the guy that worked at the strip club, kinda.
Yeah. He
Like
was
it
obsessed
wasn't.
with her.
Yeah, it wasn't really fleshed out too well. I mean, they explained it well enough. I mean, they'd been working with her for a while, and he had a thing for her, obviously, and but that's really all there was to it. I don't even really what happened to that guy at the end.
He killed for her. He killed people for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but I remember, spoiler alert, Mary dies at the end of the film. I did love the fact that she finished suturing her wound,
He was a
but
very good surgeon.
it was too late because she'd lost too much blood. I thought that was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, cause she was that good. Like she
Well,
could
and
have
we
literally
started the
saved
movie
herself.
like that too. Like we started
Yeah.
her with suturing up the turkey, I believe it was, and her,
Practicing.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Practicing,
and
yeah.
everyone was like, "You're just a really good surgeon," and it ultimately couldn't save her.
No.
Oh.
That's yeah. It's that part was probably that tying it up like that is probably what set it over the top instead of making it just like a mediocre film was the fact that she didn't survive it. So I did appreciate that. Like things caught up with her
Yeah.
because they're always going to,
Yeah.
especially when you're
Yeah.
doing work like that on the black market.
And
Like you
killing
can't
people.
rely on the authorities to help. If somebody's coming after you, you've got to rely on more like underground criminal stuff to make that go away and things like that. So, I guess you could kind of say that at the end of the day, it's kind of like it was like a weird reap what you sow kind of moment at the end. And I don't know if that was a play on her becoming greedy with the surgery, or if it was a maybe a like some sort of parable because of how long she prolonged the torture of the other gentleman, but that doesn't make sense. Um, that's not a good message to send out in a film like that. So,
Well,
Yeah.
I think you're searching for a message here is kind of on
Not there.
par for yes.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
there isn't
No.
a specific message to be found within what
There
happened.
probably isn't. No, no.
I think they
think
got.
the
Oh,
but-
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think there are themes for sure,
Okay.
but a message I think might be a bit ambitious.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they got all these pieces together and like a theme, like kind of a plot, and then like a bunch of hot actors, and then they just kind of got distracted from there.
Everybody was fucking jerking off too much to complete the film.
Flicking the bean behind the screen.
I would give it a 2, but because of the hot actors, I'm going with 3.
Yes.
See, there we go. That just keeps elevating the
I
scores.
appreciate.
We know how this movie has gotten
We
the scores that it has.
I mean,
We
come on
know
now,
why
look at
Nick
that.
owns this
Look at that
movie.
cover. Come on now, look at that cover.
I accidentally
it's
forgot to return it.
funny.
I forgot to return this with my videotapes. I need to go
When
return
I
some
first saw the
videotapes.
cover, it made me think of American Psycho 2.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
really did. Yeah, yeah. At first,
Yeah.
like, I thought it was going to be a play on that. I thought it was going to be a better
I
version
did too.
of
Yeah.
American Psycho 2, the one with Mila Kunis.
Yeah, they really.
Because she's in college too in that film.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's her professor that she ends up going against in that film.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So now that I'm mentioning it and thinking about it, there's actually a lot more connection there than I originally put together. It's kind of interesting. I know the sequel to American Psycho was years before this, but I have a hard time believing that they copied any of this, though. You know?
Oh no. I
Yeah.
mean,
Nah.
would you copy
No.
American Psycho 2 if you were making a film? I
Oh,
wouldn't.
no.
Terrible.
I mean, you could watch that and think, hey, I could do that better.
Well,
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe.
Like it's
yeah.
No, man.
it's like a Saturday night Lifetime deal, you know, like on the Lifetime channel. One of those, it's like a hardcore Lifetime film.
Produced
you know,
by
like,
Oprah.
Yeah.
Skinemax. Yeah.
An episode of Red Shoe Diaries narrated by David Duchovny on
Oh
Showtime.
my god.
Mhm.
Scully.
Throwback.
Oh man. Oh man.
Woo. Okay. I think we got ratings. Des, did you? Yeah, you gave 3,
yeah.
right?
I got 3. Yeah, I got 3 up there.
All right. Well, different ratings. Not nobody gave it a terrible rating, so at least there's that. I thought it looked good. The thing that it had going for it the most was the scenes that weren't. This is interesting to say because the scenes that I like were over stylized, but there are other scenes that are like very over stylized, and you guys know what I'm talking about, like the music video scenes, basically, the ones that are just like weird edits,
Why are we
a lot
here?
of jumps. You know, the screens got some weird effects going on. But the other stuff, the hospital scenes, just everything else, like the normal stuff of like her living her day-to-day life. The surgical scenes were all like gorgeous. Like they were all really well done. Like you could tell that the Soska sisters know how to direct a film, at least.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if maybe they came from doing music videos first.
Oh.
Because that's where a lot of film directors come from, is they do music videos first. So maybe that's something that happened here. I don't know. But it was fun to watch after all these years. I'd almost forgotten that I had it until I saw it mentioned in the Discord as a like a tip suggestion to watch or whatever, or a request, I guess.
In the tip line.
And and I remembered, oh shit, I have that on Blu-ray, perfect. And I dug it out and I read the back of it and I was like, this doesn't seem as interesting as I remember it being. So I don't know, like, I mean, it was like almost 10 years ago when I bought it, because I remember I bought it right around the time it came out. And at that point, it wasn't available in America, which is why this is a copy from the UK. You can get it on Blu-ray in America now. I think it came out a couple of years ago, but back when I bought it, you can only get it overseas. So I'm not sure why I went that far as well, because that meant that I had to go to an overseas retailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It just it's there in the collection, but there's a lot of weird ones in the collection, dude.
Fair enough.
So, you know, it's just how it is. Anybody got anything else they want to add to this, or we want to tie this one off?
I think we're good. Oh.
Yeah.
I think American Mary has enough time being discussed.
I think we've given American Mary enough time this week. We can leave this one alone for another 10 years or so, you know?
Sounds good. I'll meet you in 10 years, bud.
Yeah, 10 years when we bring it up, it'll just be a couple sentences like, you remember when we watched that? Yeah, it was funny. Moving on.
Yep. Yeah, I think if it came on a cable, I wouldn't turn the channel. Yeah. 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 Yep. Cool. Yeah. It's movie season. No. We're just getting cozy. Begins on October 31st. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Thanks. Good night. Good night. I'm gonna. Oh, okay, good. Oh. We're all good. Oh. What the hell?
Week's What the Hell is. What the hell is going on with Scream 7? So, if you're not...
Oh.
What's up?
Oh, sorry. We didn't hear you at all because I closed something. We're good now.
Okay. Do I need to start over?
Yeah, I think at the what the hell.
Okay. This what the hell is? What the hell's going on with Scream 7? If you haven't been keeping up with it, if maybe you haven't even seen the more recent additions to the franchise, 5 and 6 introduced a new core 4 that featured Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. And this was actually before Jenna Ortega's star took off after Wednesday. And I think one or two other roles that she had that made her like basically blow up. I think the Scream movies did a little bit for that too. Don't get me wrong. But I know most of it came from Wednesday. Her playing Wednesday Addams. And okay, no, it's not Wednesday Addams, is it?
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Addams.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's gonna be in the new Beetlejuice too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's in that. So with 5 and 6, you basically had two-thirds of a trilogy. Part 7 was going to wrap up said trilogy. And, well, after what happened this past week, that ain't happening because Melissa Barrera here was dropped from Scream 7 after some pro-Palestinian posts. Yeah. She got fired over a couple of internet posts. Gina Carano, Volume 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna read some of that. I'm gonna read some of this. I'm gonna pull off my quartering impression here real quick. And just read people articles for a living. Okay. Melissa Barrera has been dropped from her starring role in the horror franchise film Scream 7 after a series of social media posts she made surrounding the Israel-Hamas war. The LA Times has confirmed that her dismissal was due to Barrera sharing pro-Palestinian statements on social media that some believed crossed a line into anti-Semitic territory, according to a person familiar with the matter. So, Spyglass Media Group, the people behind the Scream films currently, excuse me, they initially declined to comment, but later on they confirmed to Variety that Barrera was dismissed due to comments they attributed to being anti-Semitic. Quote, Gaza is currently being treated like a concentration camp, she wrote in one post on Instagram stories that was cited by The Hollywood Reporter, which earlier reported her exit. Okay. Cornering everyone together with nowhere to go, no electricity, no water. People have learnt nothing from our histories, and just like our histories, people are still silently watching it all happen. This is genocide and ethnic cleansing. End quote. Barrera's representatives... Des, you got a comment on that?
I don't want to.
What is the real quick, seriously, I know you're tapped into the whole liberal deal. What is the what's the party line for this? Like, if you speak against it on Twitter, you get fucking annihilated? What's the party line?
For what party? Like,
Like, well,
it's fucked.
what does the
Fucked.
left have to say about this Israel-Hamas thing? Is there like is it so if you say anything pro-Palestinian, you're suddenly
Yeah.
like thrown into the fire? Is that the whole deal?
Yeah,
Basically?
it's kind of showing who's liberal and who's a leftist kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Because that is the difference. And liberals like their capitalism and their colonization, and leftists do not. And that's kind of where the beef is, I think.
Okay.
And
Okay.
why why the capitalists are doing the punishing that they can where they can.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
That's
say
good.
it like that.
I
Yeah,
mean, it's
'cause
good it's good to know. I have no fucking idea. I don't. I try to stay away from politics as much as possible.
Yeah. And at this point, it's not even religion based.
No,
So I
no,
don't
no,
see
no.
how, like, calling it anti Semitic is just a way for them to call it bad and shut it down without having to
Yeah.
explain any further. And that's bullshit.
I feel like it's stretching it quite a bit, honestly.
Yeah. And that's what's happening right now. So I think Jenna, whether she quit Scream 7, in
yes, yeah,
solidarity, or if it's just, she had a better opportunity and that came up and she was like, no problem. Decision made.
Well, we do have an update on that actually that we'll I'll get to that right after this, but okay.
Yeah.
In the last 20 hours or so, Barrera has shared videos on her Insta expressing solidarity with the Palestinian people. Barrera has shared posts urging the public to call their representatives in support of a ceasefire. Yeah, that's such a terrible thing. Filmmaker Christopher Landon, who will take over for the latest installment of the Scream franchise, took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to give his opinions on Barrera's dismissal. In a now deleted tweet, Landon wrote, "This is my statement. Everything sucks. Stop yelling. This was not my decision to make."
Okay, yep, no, that's...
I appreciate that, actually.
I appreciate that. That's very honest.
What sucks is Mr. Landon is a huge Scream fan, and when he got this assignment, like, I know he was ecstatic because I saw his tweets and such. So imagine having suddenly you get the third part of a trilogy of your favorite franchise falls into your lap, and you get to finish it in whatever way you see fit. And then the studio fires your two biggest people. Like, there can't be any closure for those two characters now. Like, you just can't. Melissa Barrera's character is a legacy character because she is the daughter of Billy Loomis, one of the first killers in the first film, Sydney's boyfriend in the first film, played by Skeet Ulrich, also known as the drummer from Metallica's brother. A bunch of people don't know that.
Oh.
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Okay.
Skeet Ulrich and Lars Ulrich. Yep. So you're throwing away a legacy character with Melissa Barrera because she's related to Loomis, and that's why she would see Skeet Ulrich's character in like little flashes. He would give her he would like chant her on whenever she needed to do something terrible, like kill somebody or whatever, something like that or whatever. So you've got that, and now Jenna Ortega's gone. Jenna Ortega played her sister in the film, in the films. And so now you've got that main family is gone. You've got two of the other core four left, but they cannot carry the film themselves. And on top of that, Neve Campbell, who played Sydney, she played Sydney in the first 5 films. She didn't return for 6 because the studio wouldn't pay her enough. they wanted to cut her pay because they only wanted her to come back for 2 or 3 scenes, I believe. Basically just to show how she's doing or whatever. And instead of paying her the normal rate, which they should have, no matter how much she's in the film, she's the head of this franchise. She deserves a normal payment, like anybody else would get for doing something like that. It's like bringing Robert Downey Jr. back for Iron Man. You're going to pay him what he deserves to do it. So I feel like they owed that to Nev Campbell, but they didn't do it. And we'll see another instance of that in just a few. But it seems like there is a response from Melissa that I wanted to go over real quick. Copy link URL. All right, here we go. Here is her response real quick. Okay, here we go. Melissa Barrera addresses Scream 7 firing. Let's see, where is it? Okay, this is what she posted on Instagram this Wednesday. So that was this yesterday? No, this was a week ago. Yesterday. First and foremost, I condemn anti-Semitism and Islamophobia. I condemn hate and prejudice of any kind against any group of people. As a Latina, a proud Mexicana, I feel the responsibility of having a platform that allows me the privilege of being heard, and therefore I've tried to use it to raise awareness about issues I care about and to lend my voice to those in need. Every person on this earth, regardless of religion, race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic status, goddamn, she hit every checkbox right there, deserves equal human rights, dignity, and of course freedom. I believe a group of people are not their leadership, that's a good line, and that no governing body should be above criticism. Very, very true.
Yeah.
The end there. So, oh god. She says,
so crazy seeing like so many young people acting so much more mature and adult than a bunch of fucking boomers.
See, this is interesting right here that I read this part earlier. It sounds like your dogs are fighting. And it's very funny to listen to.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I can hear it in my ear. It's funny. Earlier in the month, Barrera reshared a post accusing Israel of, quote, genocide and ethnic cleansing, as well as a passage from Jewish Currents magazine that accused the Israeli government of distorting, quote, the Holocaust to boost the Israeli arms industry. The piece was here. This is the thing right here, though. The piece was written by Roz Siegel, who directs the Master of Arts in Holocaust and Genocide Studies program at Stockton University.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope that he knows what he's talking about. Fuck, it's his job. Quote, I pray day and night for no more deaths, for no more violence, and for peaceful coexistence. I will continue to speak out for those that need it most and continue to advocate for peace and safety, for human rights and freedom. Silence is not an option for me.
Damn.
I can appreciate her standing with it and not folding. That's the thing I hate to see the most nowadays is people immediately folding to, the Twitter mob and things like that. So, but it looks like we have an answer actually for why Miss Ortega has exited the film. So, let's look at this real quick. This was meant to clear up things. We know so far, okay, less than 24 hours after Melissa Barrera was fired, an online rumor started spreading that Jenna Ortega had left the film as well. Deadline would confirm that Ortega had indeed exited the film, but not because of the Barrera situation. Ortega's increasingly busy schedule completing Beetlejuice and filming Wednesday Season 2 were cited as the reason. However, it appears that's not the whole story. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Ortega was never locked into Scream 7. when it came time for salary negotiations with the notoriously stingy Spyglass studio, the actress was in a much better position to walk, and she did.
Yep.
Sources say Ortega, who was skyrocketed from child star to supporting player in last year's Scream to the A-list thanks to her turn in Netflix series Wednesday, asked for a bigger payday for the 7th installment, commensurate with her status. Okay. Unlike Barrera, sources say Ortega had no deal in place. So Ortega had been paid in the six figures for her previous installments, but her team now wants projects with significant paydays, something that the Scream franchise is not known for. So there were some sources say that she was seeking a high 7-figure sum and anticipated that Spyglass would balk. So it's a similar they address this right here.
Yeah.
It's a similar situation that played out with Neve Campbell in the lead up to part 6. The actress practically is the Scream franchise, very true, and yet Spyglass refused to pay her a salary that, quote, did not equate to the value she brings to the films. Like Ortega, Campbell also walked, making Scream 6 the first film in the series to not feature her. So I've also, the thing that I've heard about this from multiple people now is she made them an offer so high, or she brought a number to them so high, that she knew they weren't going to do it. Yeah. So it was just like, yeah, pay me $5 million and I'll do it. Yeah, you know, like something really like that. Yeah, if you really want me, then you got to pay me. So fuck off. So she priced herself out of what the studio was willing to do.
That's what you do when you don't really want to do it.
Yeah, but the timing is so weird.
Yeah.
It just it seems like the Ortega thing was in the works before this happened. Mm-hmm. But it's very interesting that the Barrera thing caused this to leak. Yeah,
because people started looking and
I don't know if we would have found out about Ortega leaving the time that we did, unless people would have unless people didn't start poking around to see what was going on with the new film. But that's interesting. So Scream 7 is fucked, everybody. And the only thing they can do to save the franchise at this point, look, there was a story earlier today that I saw that most people are thinking that they're basically going to reboot the franchise completely again.
Remake? Like
a lot of people are afraid they might remake part 1. I'm very afraid of that happening.
I don't like it.
Scream is a modern classic. You can still watch it now, and it's just as good as it was back in '96. Like, it still works. Like, all the things in that film are still a part of teenage life. Like, there's nothing too crazy. It's a timeless film. You know, you've got kids at school. No, it really doesn't. You've got kids at school, and you know you've got them at a party. There's nothing really that throws it to the point where it's like, oh man, I can tell this was made in '72. You know, like
even the fashion.
Like that. Yeah.
Like Rose McGowan is probably like the most out there dressed character, and like that's still something teenage girls would rock.
Yeah. True. Very true. The only thing I can... Here's my best case scenario, and it's what I've always wanted from a Scream film. Scream 3 was originally supposed to end this way, but they had to rewrite it due to the Columbine massacre.
Oh, yeah.
But the only thing that's going to save this completely for me and a lot of fans is if they, number one, get Neve Campbell back as Sydney to lead the film. She can't just put in an appearance and dip. She has to lead the film. Yeah. And if you really want to like get it over the top for fans, bring back Matthew Lillard as Stu.
Mm-hmm.
the second killer from the first film.
Yep.
We saw a TV land on his head, but that's it. You can survive that.
And Lillard's hot right now.
He is.
His stock's
Five Nights
high.
at Freddy's.
Mhm.
You need to get some Lillard coin. Come on now.
Right?
Invest. Lillard coin's going up in stock right now, and I appreciate it. I love that guy's fucking acting. He is great.
Yep.
It's good to see him and stuff again.
Yeah. And I would see another Scream movie if it had Stu in it.
Yeah.
Again. Like, I would have to see that.
And I mean, according to Wes Craven, rest in peace, you brilliant bastard, you. Even around when Part 4 was made, which was the last one, obviously, that was made by Wes Craven before he passed, he said in the canon that Stu is still alive. He's in prison. So I want them to bring Matthew Lillard back, and I want it to be revealed that everything that has happened since the first film was orchestrated by him. And he's got like a cult of ghost faces out
shows
there.
the cult.
Like, just like tons of them everywhere. Like, we haven't even seen how bad things have gotten.
Yeah.
I want a cult. I want a cult of ghost faces. Like, it would be perfect. Tie it back into the original. Give fans what they've wanted for years since we found out what the original story for Part 3 was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. Like, there's no better time to do this because we've lost the characters that appealed to Gen Z.
Yeah.
Completely at this point. So why not go back to I hate to call people from before us like the boomers and the Gen Xers and
The
us millennials.
millennials.
Us millennials are hoping for. So I think that's the only way they can save it, Des.
I think so too. I think there's nothing that, like, if these two top characters are out of the current, canon, there's nothing in the current canon worth watching. Yeah. So they have to. Yeah.
They can bring Patrick Dempsey back as well. He's Sydney's husband. He was the detective in Part 3.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, she's married to him, so he's a legacy character.
There
You
you
can bring
go,
him back, and Gail's still alive, so you can bring her back, Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
Which she should have fucking died in 6. She got stabbed so many fucking times, it's ridiculous. But I guess they were like too afraid to kill her off because they'd already killed Dewey off. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Courtney has something in her contract because she loves that franchise.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. She does love that franchise, and God bless her soul for sticking around for that long. Honestly.
Yep.
All right, Des, how about you? Throw me up that BRB screen, and I can play a song or two for these people, and we can call it a night.
All right, you got it.
We back on, Des?
Yes.
All right, everybody. It's that time. I'm going to play y'all a song or two. We're going to call it a night. Special announcement time. We've got a new series coming to this channel, tentatively called Clear World Kickbacks. Tomorrow is going to be the first episode. We're going to have our good friend Salvo Pancakes. He's going to be joining us. He hasn't been around these parts since literally the first episode of Clear World Radio.
Well, there's that other time, but...
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. So, yeah, tune into that tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just like our show usually is on Thursdays. Mm-hmm. Going forward, it might not be on Fridays, but we're going to try to do one once a week. Try to get some other people on and stuff like that.
Just hang out.
So, we got that to look forward to. And the song's called Caskets Cast Shadows. First time that we spoke, you told me be alright, but I always somehow knew that you were never on my side. You see, you spoke to me roundabout truths of what you could give to me if I gave in to you. They say the end, you see when it's near, through the shattered glass and all the bitter tears. What can I give to make up for what you took? What can I get to make up for what you took? What can I get to make up for what you took? What can I get to make up for what's changed? Baby, fuck it anyway. See, I always tried my luck until it's over now and all used up. It's not so simple when you put it that way. You said things are looking up, but nothing has changed. I'm so exhausted running full speed through the days and nights, and even when I lay my head down to sleep, complicate me, take me back home where the lights burn down and these caskets cast shadows. What can I get to make up for what you took? What can I get to make up for what you took? What can I get to make up for what you took? What can I get to make up for what's changed? What's changed? What's changed?
What's changed? Baby, fuck it anyway. Lord, take me over to the peaceful valley, down the winding river to city of souls. I've grown so tired and my heart's too heavy to walk any longer to streets of gold. All my life I've longed for forgiveness. I can never seem to get enough. All my life I've been rocked into the darkness with a gun to my head, trying to find a peaceful soul, trying to find a peaceful soul to sing when everything goes wrong, till the peaceful valley calls me home. Up there in the clouds, in the glorious kingdom, tell me there ain't nothing but an easy decline. Can I still smoke my cigarettes and have my coffee up there in heaven with a bottle of gin? All my life I've been lost out in the darkness. I can never seem to get enough. All my life I've been locked into the darkness with a gun to my head, trying to find a peaceful song, trying to find a peaceful song to sing when everything goes wrong, till the peaceful valley calls me home. Lord, take me home to the peaceful valley, down the winding river to your city of soul. Thanks for tuning in to Clear World Radio. We'll see you tomorrow for Clear World Kickbacks. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.